Hey guys, it's Daniel with Boss C351's Productions. Today I've got a couple of tech tips for you. I'm working on a 2007 FX2 sport truck where the guy ran off the road and bent an axle. I guess he hit a curb because he broke the rim and bent the axle. So while I'm fixing this truck, I'm either going to get ready to flip it or I'm just going to keep it as a good truck. I've done the timing on it. I put a new drive shaft in it, new tail housing in it because it was cracked. I've got a new grill in it. I've got a lot of money invested in this truck. And the last thing I was going to do before I put the new wheels and tires on it was go in and fix this bent axle. It's on the passenger side rear of the truck. So what I did, I popped loose the differential cover, went ahead and started the work, and this is what happened. You can see that there's a bar that goes between these gears that hold the side gears together. Well, there is a bolt that you have to take out to get the bar out. It's a shaft, it's a hardened steel shaft. And when I backed the bolt out, this is what came out. Get it to focus here. The top portion of the bolt came out, the rest of it stayed in there. Well, a lot of you mechanics out there know this is almost a death sentence when this happens. I've witnessed people have to cut this steel shaft out to get the differential apart, and it is a hardened shaft. I've seen them blowtorch it out, sawzall it. I've seen them just cut the whole thing, destroy the entire differential, and have to replace it. Well, I didn't want to have to do that, so I had to come up with something pretty dang fast. Let me show you. This is what the entire bolt looks like when it's together. Let me get it to focus here. And essentially like that there. Well, this long end ended up breaking off in the differential and stuck in there. And you see it has just enough threads, it jammed it in there. So I had to come up with something really, really quick to get this resolved, because I've got an axle coming tomorrow to get this repair done. So, tech tip number one. Get online and find you some of these. I know you can't see it. It's a clear case. They're called Titan screw extractors. Go ahead and find these online. I'll try to put a link in the description for them to help you locate them. I think Amazon has them. I think it's where I bought these, but quite possibly you can get them at home store like Home Depot. But these are extractors. Go ahead and buy them. Thank me later. I've used these on 3.5 EcoBoost, taking the broken bolts out of the heads from the manifolds. I've used them on the 5.4 3 valves. These are lifesavers. Otherwise, you're going to have to get in there, hold your nut in there, weld the nut on there, and hope to God it actually comes out. But, like I said, tech tip number one, go buy you some of these. These are invaluable, and all you have to do, and get it to focus here. Doesn't really want to work too well. Too many things in the foreground. But anyway, here we go. You can see there's kind of like a drill bit on the very end of it. And then it goes to a corkscrew. And what it does is you drill it backwards. It drills a little pilot hole and then goes in, and eventually it will grab the end of the bolt or whatever it is and start backing it out for you. So, as you see, tech tip number one, get you some of these ease outs. They're great. I can't say too much about them. Well, what has happened is that bolt broke off in the differential. I had to come up with, like I said, some solutions to get it out. Of course, when you're drilling in this little hole, there's a little hole in the side of the differential. Right here where this bolt goes in, goes all the way in here. It's encased in that. That's what all the shafts in there. The shaft for the gears. Well, I had to come up with something quick. So what I did is I grabbed this ease out, wrapped it up with some electrical tape to use it kind of like a bushing to keep it from tearing up the good threads that are actually still there. I went and got my drill, and I put a 1/4-inch drive extension in it, the straightest one I could find so it would run true. I went ahead and just put the end of it in the drill chuck, and tightened it down. There's no extension or anything for it. It just sticks right in here. Tighten the drill down. Just make sure it runs pretty true. Then what I did is I got a 1/4-inch socket, deep socket, put it on the end, and then stuck my bit in there. So essentially what you're going to come up with is something like this right here. Once you get that, you want to rotate your differential to where the hole is, and you're going to come in just like this right here into the hole. And you're going to drill, the left direction. If I get it to go, drill left. If you hold it just like that right there, pretty much it will drill straight down through the center of the bolt. And eventually, once you get it deep enough, it's going to take about 10 minutes. Once you get it deep enough, you'll slow down, and then eventually it's going to grab. Now what I did, I'm a real big fan of this Seafoam Deep Creep. I use this stuff on the 5.43 valves. I spray the spark plugs down with it. Let it sit there and let it creep in there. It helps break up some of the crap that's accumulated, the carbon and all. I use that for this, but I also use it, if I got to break a bolt loose or if you got to drill something, use this right here. It's some really good stuff. Once I got it in there, let it creep in. I didn't have any carburetor cleaner, so I just used some electronics cleaner, sprayed in the hole, cleaned it out real good. Got the lube out of there so the drill bit would actually drill and grip once it gets in there. So once I hit it with that, drilled the hole deep enough, it gripped, pulled it right out. So right there's 2 good tech tips. Like I said, this is invaluable to you guys. A lot of you other guys that are seasoned mechanics probably already knew about this, but you guys starting out, you need to get you some of these. They are very invaluable, especially in the case like this here. Normally you probably have to buy a special tool. I've not ever seen anybody actually successfully get one of these broken bolts out. Like I said, I normally see them torch out, but there may be a special tool out there, but these little bits probably didn't cost me $15. So they're valuable to have in your toolbox. Go ahead and buy you a set. Like I said, thank me later. This is Daniel with Boss C 351's Productions. I appreciate you watching my video. Have a good one.